He gets a fucking notification. I don't even think you have that. Not a real friend. And haven't liked my page or nothing on Facebook. Wow.
This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's Dante Pettis on the return, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Burrow on third down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long. You'd have to figure facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. So what's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on third down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, I think it's on that play you picked. What was it, a draw play?
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, I suck at tackling.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the second down play. Not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
Nice.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Chubb will get the call, running left, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you know, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely, because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game when head coach Sam Leitch addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
Well, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
On first down, Fields. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the
I might have missed that. Oh, I missed it anyways, bro. Like, gosh.
And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how
Oh,
do
what?
we stop them and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now Joe Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Here's Pirine, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end to make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive.
Nice.
Across his body, and it's intercepted. picked off by Von Bell.
Oh.
And they will finally run him down. So he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All right, all right.
And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
Oh! Nice. You changed that shit right at the like second.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Oh.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
No, I get off.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Fields on first down. Swings this out for Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
One play action. Fields.
Ooh, you got to hold on to that, my guy.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon.
Oh.
And this defense
damn.
Anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Mixon with a first down carry. He can't get him down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Burrow sliding out of the pocket. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow.
Oh,
Over the middle, he finds
damn, nice.
Down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And look at this.
Oh, yes. Get up, run.
John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
Good job.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. Working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Fields escaping the pressure right, and he completes it to Hunt, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing again is Fields. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
John Johnson, leading tackler for the Rams last year, in on the stop. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out to his left. Finding room to the 20. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score.
You got all your timeouts, and I can miss this. Okay, I made it. Oh my gosh, bro.
We've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Field goal wins it, huh?
The drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back.
Damn. He's in field goal range. Fuck. Good game, man. Shit. Oh, it's over, bro. It's a field goal easy, bro. Right there. But you got much more plays to do. Oh.
Have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And now with 4 seconds left, we get.
He's gonna go for it, huh?
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. 2 for 2 on the afternoon.
Good shit.
The 3rd would win it.
Good game, man.
Is good. And that will break our
You got that dub, bro. Good job, man. I threw a few picks.
For the Cincinnati Bengals, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field